What was I doing 30 years ago? The Coast Waste Management Association is celebrating their 30th anniversary. We were invited to reflect and reminisce. I was working for Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada as a waste management scientist. We had a circular economy in mind, where our vision was to compost various organic wastes and produce value-added products. We constructed a compost facility in 1993. We purchased a Canadian-made compost turner, which is still being used now, more than 30 years later. We were windrow composting poultry litter and waste vegetables from the greenhouse and field research. This compost made an excellent lawn fertilizer. We were composting poultry mortalities in a simple bin system. We learned 4 things. First, we could achieve 70 degrees Celsius within 2 days. Second, there was no odor. And third, a porous layer at the bottom was helpful to provide air circulation. And fourth, in an environment close to wildlife, including bears, no animal touched the composting mortalities, perhaps out of fear of getting their noses burnt. We composted separated dairy solids from a large dairy farm, producing a growing media ingredient full of beneficial microbes. We constructed small-scale composting units to create organic fertilizers with blends of poultry manure and zeolite. The goal was to minimize ammonia emissions and conserve nitrogen as an organic fertilizer. We found that the compost did indeed make an excellent organic fertilizer. We modified a forage wagon to act as a continuous flow composter that included aeration and mixing. We composted poultry litter together with liquid hog manure. The composter looked a bit goofy, but it worked incredibly well. After 6 weeks, we had a product that had no odor and was stable. We tested the resulting fertilizer on a broccoli crop in the field. We used some of the principles in Roger Hogg's compost engineering book to enhance moisture removal during the compost process. We constructed a small-scale composter complete with a heat exchanger to optimize moisture removal during composting of biosolids blended with poultry litter. We measured methane emission during animal manure storage, and we learned that very little methane emission occurs in this environment during most of the year due to lower temperatures. We measured nitrous oxide emissions during the compost process and following application of various organic material in the field. We figured out how to measure ammonia in air continuously by modifying a nitrogen oxide monitor. Our focus 30 years ago was twofold. First, we were recycling organic matter and nutrients for beneficial reuse in agriculture production. Second, we wanted to understand and minimize negative environmental impacts to the air or the water. When I reflect on what we did 30 years ago, I am so grateful for the opportunities we had to freely explore what we considered to be important. My name is John Paul. I'm a soil scientist and waste management specialist. Thank you.